Celebrate him. You're welcome. You may be seated.
1,300. 1,300.
I want to thank God for the singular privilege of being here to share with you this very wonderful occasion, that celebration of the fathers. If you know whom a father is, that will help you to add value to this occasion. Children don't know where fathers are. So in the midst of fathers, let children take their position and respect the fathers. I want to appreciate the district men's president, who is also my descendant. I want to appreciate God for the district men holding the temple. I think the other week I was here and I enjoyed what I saw in Nelson Mandela, and here it has gone up to the district level. I want to appreciate the president for mounting pressure, monitoring me and making sure that I was able to make it. I bring you greetings from Mama. Tonight is a very wonderful night. It's something that is worthwhile, that fathers are being remembered. In the course of my message, I will say one or two things. And I may not delve into the area you're thinking, because you may add 1 + 1 and think I want to continue from where we stopped last week. This one is a different ball game. I would have loved to, but to address this occasion theologically. Permit me to read from the book of Going Out, the 20th chapter of it and the 12th verse. I hope you don't mind giving honor to the word of God by being upstanding while I read it very religiously as the guest speaker and as the Calabar district superintendent, the 5th. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Father, speak, for your children hear it. In the mighty name of Jesus. You may be seated. You will have a seat. I want to address, in fact, to have a discourse on the celebration of the fathers. Honoring the fathers. To honor the fathers imply giving them respect, giving them reverence, giving them preference, showing humility to them, by not insulting them, by not humiliating them, by not despising them, by not abusing them, but rather celebrating them, praising them, extolling them, making them feel big, making them to feel very happy, making them feel loved, appreciating them, adding values to them, holding them at high esteem, promoting them, verbally and by conduct. The 10 commandments that God gave to us, the first 4 are principles regulating our relationship with God the Creator. The other 6 are principles regulating our relationship with our fellow human beings. And amongst these other 6, the first amongst the 6 is where I have taken my text from. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be prolonged in the land which God has given to you. The only commandment that carries a promise. And then, once God makes an offer and you refuse the offer, it is the opposite that will prevail. He says, when you honor your parents, your days will be prolonged. Conversely, if you dishonor them, your days will be truncated, reduced, untimely death becomes your portion. The only way to prolong your days is to honor fathers. It is an act of stupidity, unnecessary boldness to ridicule a father for whatever reasons. It's an error. Dishonoring a father can amount to you losing longevity of life. You shorten your lifespan when you fail to honor a father. A father might have shouted at you. That does not make him not to be a father. A father might have administered discipline on you. In fact, that should even make him more a father. A father must have denied, your request, or failed to grant you your request. That does not make him not to be a father. A father may have a reason for not granting you that request. Because a father is an assessor. He will assess your capacity, whether you have capacity for what you are looking for. There are some things that can destroy you if given to you. A father will know your ability and will say, no, wait. No matter how a child will cry and say, Father, give me the key of the car I want to drive. Let him cry, and and let the tears turn to blood, the father will not give. And if by refusing to give the baby the key to the car to drive, makes the baby to think, to feel that he is not a father, it's an error. It's an error. There are many people, children, I could say, their positions have destroyed them. There are people, children, that money has destroyed them. Some of you that are seated here, you don't have capacity to handle 1 billion. So asking God, give me 1 billion by tomorrow, if not, you are not God. He will not give you, and that will not make you not to be God. So a father has a reason. But at times, people hold it against fathers simply because they didn't give them what they needed. Unknown to them that thing would have destroyed them. A father, while exercising wisdom, will not allow you to destroy yourself. That's why they are called fathers. And a father who fails in his responsibility by administering discipline when necessary will be held responsible. Because it is the function of a father to take a bold step and own up responsibilities. Fathers are our ancestors, our source, our history, our reference. They tell us who we are, where we come from, and where we are going to, and produce the blueprint, the roadmap to success. They have been here before us. We have biological fathers. We have spiritual fathers that are called mentors. Spiritual fathers are our role model, our spiritual role model. People we look up to and would want to be like them. But are you ready to pay the price that they pay before getting there? People who want to have what you have, to be whom you are, but will never want to pay the price or to take the steps you took to get to that greatness. Check a father who is successful. When you want to be as successful as the father, go to him and let him tell you the price he has paid. There are sacrifices. Fathers will cry even where they are supposed to laugh. They are men to kneel and crawl while they should be jumping. Because they know that they are brood generators. They carry generations. Let me tell you who a father is. A father is a carrier of 4 generations. If a father does a thing, the impact spans through 4 generations. First generation, second generation, 10th generation, to the 4th generation. So that the legacies of fathers should also have the same span. I pity women. See a woman getting married to a man that carries 4 generations. 4 generations. How can you cope with a man carrying 4 generations? There are things he might be subjected to, not knowing why. Something from the 2nd generation of his father or 3rd generation of his forefather might catch up with him here and he is struggling and you are blaming him. We need to pray for fathers and excuse them for their mistakes. Because you grow up to be a father. You never can tell what fathers pass through unless you become one. Without fathers, we will be lost. No sense of direction. The gospel we are preaching today, we are receiving today. It passed from one church father to the other. Passed from one generation to the other. By the fathers. Fathers maintain identity. Fathers are custodians of customs, traditions, religious rites, and our Pentecostal heritage. They got it and began to pass it down to us. Today, people are angry with Israel that we are calling this God, the God of Israel, our God. That's another subject for another day. God, at sundry times, had appeared before many tribes. Melchizedek was not a Jew. Job was not a Jew. God had appeared to them. Even Nebuchadnezzar wrote a chapter of the scriptures in Daniel that had confrontation with God. And said there is a God who lives in heaven and rules the kingdom of men. Wrote a chapter. But where are his people? The knowledge they had, they did not uphold it and pass it to generation. What of Naaman that had an encounter with the God of Israel and he made a request to Elisha? He said, please permit me to pack the sand from the land so that when I go to my land, when I want to pray to this God, I will spray it on the ground and stand on it so that it will be as if I am in Israel, because there is no God in anywhere apart from in Israel. But they lost that knowledge. But Israel, through fathers, Abraham had encounter. Left that encounter, that knowledge, to Isaac, Isaac to Jacob, Jacob to his children, and from there unto us. Fathers, what will you leave behind as legacy? Fathers have legacies. Spiritual legacies. Proverbs 22:28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Fathers know the ancient landmark. They know what it was. It takes a man who knows what it was to tell when there is a deviation. Jesus said from the beginning it was not so. For you to know that there is a deviation, you must know what it was at the beginning. Fathers are to tell us a story. that this church was not like this. But when some will come and we want to impose something on the father, it should be like this. At times they will say, the fathers have spoiled our job. It is normal. They didn't know how it was, so they cannot tell. And even when fathers will tell them that this thing is wrong, they query the authority of the father. The father that knows the ancient landmark that will tell you it was like this. A father carries 4 generations. They have said that. Yes, you may not know what the father says. There are children in the scriptures that failed their fathers. They failed to give honor to their fathers. They failed to make their fathers happy. I'm going down to somewhere before I drop the mic. In Genesis 9, we see Ham, the father of Canaan, that uncovered the nakedness of his father. He was not afraid. He was privileged to see the nakedness of the father. And he thought he had something, he thought he had news. It's not everything that a child says about the father that he does. Speak. A father does not need prayer and fasting to curse. He can even wake up from his drunkenness and curse you, and it sticks. And you see a son, a child, cursing a father. You're on a suicide mission. A dog pursuing a lion is on a suicide mission. A child cursing a father, abusing a father, is on a suicide mission. Watch out for him, it will not last. Don't mind the bamboo that grows so fast, it will not last. Any exposure leads to disaster. Oh my God. And when Noah woke up, nobody told him, but he perceived in his spirit that the sun has uncovered his nakedness. He cursed. And the curse remained. Fear fathers. Esau made Isaac sad because Jacob had taken the blessing. He knew the father had always warned them, don't marry strangers. He deliberately went and married the daughter of Ishmael. That caused upset to the father. Are you a child and you want to something that will make him angry, something that will make him cry? Reuben, when the extra man, upon all the women, yeah, young girls, decided to sleep with their fathers. If the man says, you gave me for that man, or you soon have. And will get to destiny. Thank God for Joseph, who was created by a scientific woman.
Our last word for me.
In this one is our single passage. That is the truth of us. And he had to strive. And then God let David overcome. Children who also gave honor to their fathers. They gave honor to their fathers. Isaac gave the father by going to marry as instructed by the father. Joseph brought honor to Jacob. Cousin of Jacob, cousin of Joseph. Jacob had access to the most powerful man of earth. The Bible says, and Jacob blessed him. It was because of Joseph, his son that brought that boy. He said to Pharaoh, come, my father will bless you. And Pharaoh disappeared. It was the son that brought home. You know what it means? For through your son, you pray for the head of state, president, or God. It's an honor. May God give you such honor. That amen is too weak for my life. The man that walked with David, the young man, the last brother of Goliath would have killed David, dispossessed him of his son. If not him, support him, and then kill the last brother of Goliath. And since then, the young men gathered. They said, David, you are our father. You have fought and won many battles, many laurels. But now you are no longer strong. Don't go to war again. You have fought enough. You have raised us as sons. You have won more than 10,000 of us. Don't fight again. Any battle, God, we will fight, and we assure you, any victory we win, we will not credit it to ourselves, we will credit it to you. Any city we conquer, we will say, David has conquered. We will fight for you. May God give us sons. May God give us children that will say, Papa, Mama, you have done enough. Sit down, you have restored. We will battle, we will fight money and conquer money and bring money to you. We will fight houses, conquer houses and give you water. We will fight cars, conquer cars and bring you one. Not children that will ridicule their fathers. And now the men of God, to work hard, they want to celebrate fathers. How they want to appreciate fathers. Let me bring talk before your father. Challenges of fathers. Fathers suffer rejection. You know friends when you live us. Friends know you when you have us. When you have money, friends know you. When there's no money, in adversity, that's where you know who are friends. In adversity. When you clear a stage, that is when you will hear of sins you never knew you committed. You will hear of your wickedness. When this thing is over here, friends, exactly, you suffer rejection. That's one of the pains of fathers, rejection. Those who used to celebrate them, their tears suffering from loneliness. David said, it was good for me that I was afflicted. It was good that I might know thy statutes. It was good. It was good for me that I was rejected. It was because I was rejected that I
gift is not in my car. Take my office. My gift is not in the office. Take my suit. It is not there. Do what? Push me inside the pit. My gift will bring me out of the pit. For the gift of a man, make a way for him. Can I hear you? Hallelujah. The father is a general. I don't like a general who sits in the office and write more books without having an experience. The father is a general with an experience. In the course of the father, you might be hit by a bullet. Not seen many places like the church is set. And if a general, a commander, a fellow soldier is hit by a bullet, they come and check whether they will die. If you have not died, they look for stick and break in your head. Why should you survive a bullet? We need to pray for our fathers. Jacob, rest. Because at times there is need for a battle. It's not every battle that will wrestle and escape without a mark like Paul. When Paul said, I bear the marks of Christ, let no man trouble me. And remember Jacob. That he had to contend with principality, with an angel. An angel battle. So let me put say that joking. I'm looking for God, said I don't God. So then should be God. Was somebody that became my name. Hey, God is that. He said, yes, I am okay. I will not let you go. That was a man. You went on that compass guy. They said, tell me what is the name. He said, Jacob. He browsed www.jacob.com. So your name is nowhere. They cannot start generations. See, the Arabian here is Israel. Israel has a right to have power with God. Go in this and he gave to him. Yeah, let me believe people. I am happy. I would have walked straight with the wrong identity to my grave. I wrestled and got wounded and got injured on me. I have received my correct identity as a general. Fathers transit from prayer warriors to travelers. Zion travailed and brought forth her children at once. The highest level of prayer is travail, and that is the level meant for fathers. When you become a father, you have to travail for your children until whatever that belongs to them, that is being held, the head will be made to vomit. Because by travail, it is another dimension that English language cannot express your mind. The vocabulary of your dialect becomes insufficient to express your thoughts and your goodness. The sound you make